Well, it definitely has been recently. We've had that sticky feeling in the air. We took a break from it today and we had some drier conditions that returned, but we are talking about that monsoonal moisture arriving as soon as tomorrow. Taking a look at those current temperatures, we have 80s right now across the valleys. We're at 82 degrees for Fallbrook, 87 degrees for Escondido, also at 86 for El Cajon, the same for Alpine. You got the 70s right along the coast, but it's 80 degrees for downtown. A mixed bag of 70s and 60s across the mountains and triple-digit heat in the desert. We have wind speeds that are picking up to 11 miles per hour for Julian, at 12 miles per hour right now out of the south for Ramona, as well as 16 miles per hour for Boulevard. It's 6 for downtown. So we had some dry air that started to move in, and also you didn't see those cumulus clouds building over the mountains. That's been the case over the past couple of days, but tomorrow is a different story. So we have relative humidity values currently in the 30s. We're seeing that for El Cajon as well as Alpine, 29% relative humidity for Ramona, and the same for Escondido, in the 20s as well for Borrego Springs. So a whole lot of heat across the Pacific Northwest, and now that's extending in towards California as we go into the weekend. So an area of high pressure, it's building over the Great Basin. That's going to be the case this weekend. They've been dealing with excessive heat warnings across the Pacific Northwest for much of this week, and that will continue all the way into Monday with daytime highs up to about 102 degrees. But ahead of that heat, as it does build this weekend across California, you're seeing some heat advisories that are being issued for Saturday and Sunday around the area of Redding. You have highs between 100 to 112. Also talking about an excessive heat warning. Could get up to 123 degrees in Death Valley. Now we will have some temperatures that are definitely going to be warmer than usual, and that's going to be in the case, but just not significantly this weekend, especially for the mountains as well as the desert. You're also seeing in green, that is a flash flood watch. We're still seeing that across New Mexico and also across Arizona, and that monsoonal moisture, as I mentioned, is set to return for tomorrow. But you'll notice something with the temperatures for daytime highs tomorrow along the coast. You're getting away from the 80s. A coastal eddy does look to develop, and so that will bring in the low clouds as well as some patchy fog extending into the valley. So areas that had daytime highs today in the 90s, like Escondido and also El Cajon, you're going to come back into the 80s. Also still seeing 90s in areas like Campo as well as Ramona for tomorrow. 90 degrees, that's going to take it above seasonal. That's going to be for Julian tomorrow. And then 103 is expected for Borrego Springs. Taking a look at your 8-day microclimate forecast, you have the upper 70s this weekend for the coast. Those are going to go strong all the way into next week. No major changes at the coast. Now we have those low 90s that are going to be for the inland valleys, even back into the 80s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and that's because we're going to have an area of low pressure sweeping towards the north of us. Monsoonal moisture back in the forecast. You're looking at a chance for thunderstorm activity. That's going to be for the mountains as well as the desert. I'll let you know which days we're expecting most of that coverage, better chances, coming up in the next half hour.